Missed just about all of last season due to injury. Has already won Red Bull Hardline this season. Would love to get back to winning UCI Downhill World Cups yet again. Said he'd been ill in Bielsko-Biała earlier in the week. A bug that had done the rounds in the camp.
Now, interestingly, Jackson's been struggling with this upper section. He's one of the lighter riders we have, so he struggles with the high speeds at the top, yet that's his advantage down lower as it gets steeper. Look at that inside line, Jackson Goldstone.
Absolutely superb bike riding from Jackson Goldstone. Nico, that looked like it worked.
It looked awesome. He cut the whole apex of that turn, missed all the deep holes, missed the soft spot, still carried great exit speed.
There we go. This is going to be maximum Jackson through here.
This is what we've been waiting for. We missed this in Poland earlier in the year, but Jackson Goldstone, he had a great ride earlier in February, and he's back.
Nico, is there a danger that he's overriding this at the minute?
I think he's doing right what he needs to. He's in touch. He's where he needs to be. And this is the section where he's going to make up time. This has his name all over it.
He got a little unsettled there. Now, this is the crucial part. He's riding right on the limit. He smacks that hole.
Look at the speed that Jackson Goldstone rails around that rough, survives that corner that took out Charlie Hatton. Nico, this is looking really, really good so far.
It's looking very aggressive, and I think it's hard to tell how fast he's going because he's riding it so smoothly.
Yeah, Jackson Goldstone has absolutely hit that third sector that we know that can be key. And he's 1.4 seconds faster. Does the big gap, but tags the lip on the way through.
Gets the high line over the scrub wall. Jackson Goldstone, he's been struggling with the track this week, but look at the speed he's carrying. He gets above the pocket of line here.
Moves us back from our own monitors here in the booth. Jackson Goldstone, 1.4 seconds faster. He's 2.4 seconds faster. Just as I say that, the Santa Cruz Syndicate star is heading for the hot seat here in Leogang. If he can get the job done and get to the line, this is Jackson Goldstone back at his scintillating best, and he's heading for the hot seat here in Leogang by 2.9 seconds. Jordan Williams can hardly look. What a performance from one of the sport's biggest stars, Jackson Goldstone. Here we go for the Santa Cruz Syndicate then. Jackson Goldstone, the winner of the last round in Ludenville last weekend, hits the course here in Leogang. Ken, how do you rate this man's chances today?
Yeah, on one already. Now, we heard last weekend that Jackson had been struggling with some weight in the upper speed sections, so they've added a bit more weight to the bike this week to get him down this upper section a little bit faster. 0.4
of a second into the green now for Jackson Goldstone. Almost 2 kilograms added to that Santa Cruz V10 last time out. Oh, the swagger is there as well. Jackson Goldstone flowing through that route section. He's got another big steep pitch after this left-hander, and then it's out on the motorway, and he's going to fight all his better impulses to keep that Santa Cruz V10 glued to the deck, piddling mid-air before he even gets out of it. Huge! 1.3 seconds faster. Jackson Goldstone just getting into the right gear mid-air there, and he's going to fire really, really good through the motorway so far. Jackson Goldstone, he's green at the first 2 splits. What's the third one going to tell us?
Now, we promise that's not nerves on the back of his pants. It's his shorts out the...
2 tenths of a second as he pulls across that gap and hits the wall right. He's still green as they head into the woods for the first time. Inside, top 5 so far. Bruni, Stevens, McNabb, Dunn, Cole, Hatton. Jackson Goldstone is headed for that graphic though.
He's made a bit of a mistake there. He's got to reset. He's carrying extraordinary. It's my word of the day at the minute. Great speed through the woods.
He's back by 0.05 of a second, Ken. That mistake cost him some time in there.
Yeah, if anyone could pull it back, Jackson can at this lower section here. 0.05 of a second back is nothing with a couple of corners to go.
Across that huge gap jump, Jackson Goldstone is down at the splits for the first time in this run. Can he recover it though? Heads out into the rut that took him out of contention for the win here in 2023, where he finished third. Goldstone down towards the line now for the Santa Cruz Syndicate. The winner of the last round goes fastest by 0.05 of a second. Ken Roxon applauds it in the booth. Ken, what a run.
What a run. You could just see the intensity from this kid, you know. There's no letting loose. He was fighting every single part of the track, and he gets rewarded.
From Canada for the Santa Cruz Syndicate.
I almost don't want to watch.
This is one of those ones that is going to go all the way to the wire. Can the last rider at the top of the mountain get the win? It is Jackson Goldstone on course now. Troy Brosnan with a 3:41.2 is in the hot seat. Won in St. Anne at the end of last year. Brosnan, this man though, has done a lot of winning in 2025.
He's so good at this rock section. He's able to skip a lot of the big holes. He jumps over some of the sharp stuff. He's just bouncing down the track and able to do a lot more pickups than a lot of the other riders.
Yeah, look at the speed he's carrying already. Just carrying some great speed through the apex of those early corners. That style Nico's talking about really evident in the first split, and the time is about to tell us.
That fourth win brought him equal with the late great Stevie Smith, Troy Brosnan, Danny Hart, Chris Kavarik.
Jackson Goldstone single-handedly changing the face of downhill.
And look at the face of Loic Bruni in the finish area, watching on. Bruni knows that he wants to keep that green jersey as we head to the 5th round, and this is his big rival. He is with just over...
Oh, look at the jump through the trees!
Just over 100th of a second back now. Goldstone yet to turn the split lights green. No.
Jackson Goldstone into the green as we come down to the crucial second half.
The more roots, the better for the Squamish native. Troy Brosnan watches on the finish. He's 1.3 seconds faster now at the third split for Jackson Goldstone. Is he about to make it 3 in a row? Nobody's done it since Danny Hart in 2016.
He's a lot cleaner through this section. A nice jump in. Remember, Troy had a pretty big mistake in that left, and so did Tebow. So I expect him to extend this here if he can hit these tight turns well.
Goldstone, ultra aggressive, but it's working.
No!
Hung on to it.
He's got a bit of a buffer.
Has that cost him the win today? Goldstone will need to get him down to the next split before we can find out. Gets back, all his ducks in a line. Goldstone continues to attack, 1.6. He's extended by 0.3 of a second now.
Doesn't even need his feet clipped in, and he jumps off the off-camber step down. What is happening in front of us? Jackson Goldstone putting down yet another iconic run for the 3rd week in a row.
Huge pull for Jackson Goldstone. Is this going to be enough? Is this going to be his 3rd win on the bounce? Is it going to be a three-peat for Goldstone? Hangs on to it through the left-hand corner. 1 to go, then he just has to cross the bridge. Here comes Jackson Goldstone. Is it going to be 3 in a row in 2025 for the Santa Cruz Syndicate? Jackson Goldstone wins by 2.4 seconds in Val di Sole, Trentino. The first rider to do 3 of the bounce since Danny Hart in 2016. What a run from that man.
That was incredible. The sections that he made time, the way he danced through the rocks and the roots, that was iconic and absolutely spectacular from Jackson Goldstone. This is 3 rounds in a row. This is unheard of. This young man from Canada is changing the face of our Downhill World Cup series.
Jackson Goldstone for the Santa Cruz Syndicate. Leaves the start hut in Litchfield.
The last time we had 4 wins in a row from Aaron, Jackson was merely 8 years old watching the American superstar on telly. He said he had a messy run yesterday. He was shocked with how quick he rode Q1. He's seen that there's more time in the track with Loris, Loic and the Allround brothers. This is going to be electric to watch today.
You've got to go back to 2012 for the last time someone did 4 in a row. Jackson Goldstone sets off in Litchfield. Really neatly done through there. We know Vergier was mesmerising up top. Has Goldstone got the beating off it? What is this next time going to tell us on a topsy-turvy day here in Italy? Jackson Goldstone is back on the clocks by 0.7 of a second, but Nico, that's closer than just about anyone's been. Whoa, big moment there.
Right where he needs to be. I mean, naturally that section's flatter. It wasn't going to suit him anyway. But I think if he can get to here and really open it up, he's got a really good shot at this.
Now coming into these steep sections, this is where we expect Jackson to be able to swap direction and pull up and accelerate very, very well. It's one of his strengths. He can huck and butter every backside through the rest of this section here. This is where it needs to count. He is well within touch. Obviously, it's practically identical to Loris Vergier. From here, gets the inside line.
Really nicely done.
He's such a good rider on these steep sections. He's light. He's able to keep his inputs to the bike really intentional. I think that pays off in these steep sections where he can come in, brake later, and gain time.
It's been 1,037 days since Loris Vergier's last UCI World Cup win. Is that wait going to continue? Jackson Goldstone is 1/10 of a second outside of his time. He hasn't turned the lights green yet.
He hit the inside line when he crossed that road and still managed to carry really good speed. We haven't seen many people be able to do the inside and carry good speed across the right-hand turn.
carries exceptional speed through that Oakley root garden there. There's 2 sections to go that are crucial right now. 0.1 of a second back. He's the first rider we've seen to backside the berm as he comes into the full split.
Big pull. He's faster by 0.2 of a second. Nina Hoffman. Is it going to be double bubble for the Santa Cruz Syndicate today? Steve Pete looks on at the bottom. We're all looking up to see what Jackson Goldstone, can he make it 4 in a row? Vergier's time is looking in trouble here in the Tweel.
Vergier made up 1.3 at the bottom of the
Here
track.
we go, Jackson Goldstone down towards the line. Is it going to be 4 in a row? It is! 0.6 of a second. The first time since Aaron Gwynn did it in 2012. Jackson Goldstone wins 4 UCI Downhill World Cups in a row. The Santa Cruz Syndicate have themselves a day here in La Tweel.
Wow. Extraordinary run. Yesterday, Jackson made up so much time in the final split, and today he does it again right when it counts. He negative split at the top of the hill. We apologise for Peter's excitement.